Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Zemo, the dad in DPS, and we are back with another episode of Scrip My Pants, the series where I spend 2,000 scrip at the purveyor and see if we get anything good. We rarely get anything good. That's not true. We quite often get good things. But either way, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let's see what we get this time. And now a word from our sponsor. Hey you! Ever wanted to be ripped off by a mole miner? Well, do we have the solution for you? Head down to Burger Flurg's Musty Flick, where you will get... Mercs may be drunk, violent, unwanted advances will be met with shotguns. Well, it's another day, another time at Mergs, and... will we get anything good is the real question. First pull is... Instigating pump action shotgun with VATS hit chance and invisibility when you hit a target. Yeah, not great. Instigating will do a lot of damage, but the hit chance, yeah. It's kind of that way where if shotguns are ever fixed, this would pop things pretty effectively. Not a boss killer, but pop them pretty effectively. Either way, shotguns are crap at the moment. 2-shot Gatling Plasma with Last Shot and Weapons break 50% slower. Now this one would have been okay if it weren't for that Last Shot in the middle. If this was faster fire rate or damage while aiming, this would have been like an okay roll, you know, and a plus 25% damage bonus is not anything to be sniffed at, but because of that Last Shot, it kinda just scrippity scrip. Same time, someone might want it, it's hard to say. Next up, Hunter's Pipe Pistol with critical damage on both other rolls. Now, if this was not Hunter's, if this was any form of damage type that wasn't absolute garbage, then this would have been an okay little roll and something that I would potentially use. But because it is what it is, it's pants and I hate it, and it needs to just go. It needs to just go in the bin. Hunter's is not good. Assassins with Last Shot and action point cost. This gun has a big barrel, and I don't need that for the human damage. This is just everything about this is bad. The action point cost, I suppose, is okay, but it's just bad. Just bad. I don't like it. Mutant Slayer's Ultra Sight laser pistol with damage while aiming and faster movement speed while aiming. Where is one of those days again, isn't it? We're just getting absolutely rinsed with Mergs. Mutant Slayers is just a bad effect. Damage while aiming, well, it is a decent effect on this, and faster move speed while aiming, the Mutant Slayers just completely makes the weapon pointless. Unlike armor, you can have a bad top effect and 2 middle good effects, and it's still usable armor. With this, not so much. Okay, Bloodied Alien Disintegrator with Last Shot and damage resistance while aiming. I mean, it's definitely going to do a lot of damage in comparison, but Last Shot I don't feel for this weapon with a clip of 25 is very good. It does have a decent fire rate, but you know, it's bloodied, so somebody might want to use it, but no, not for me. I've got much better in storage, unfortunately. Suppressor's Black Powder Pistol, yeah. Has limb damage and damage resistance while reloading. This is absolute poop. This lives up to the ball bag gun name that it has. It is just absolute dog water. Jesus Christ, why is it giving me such bad stuff today? Now this one is actually okay. This one is a Mutant's Short Handmade with VATS hit chance and weapons break 50% slower. This is a good tertiary kind of starting commando weapon. Not like a proper exceptional roll, but this is actually okay. This is something that I would quite happily give away to somebody that was just learning the game and leveling up in Fallout 76. This is actually a very good starting commando roll. So yeah, it's a decent little pick. Not the best I've ever had, but it's decent. Berserker's Gauss Pistol with bash damage and reload speed. I want to bash Merg's face in with this. Bash damage is always bad on guns. Well, with one exception, but we're not talking about that. No, this is just trash. Absolute trash. Berserkers, I don't know anybody that uses Berserkers. I know there will be some of you out there, and I'm not trying to diminish the fact that you exist, but I don't want it. I don't want it. Cue Jon Snow, I don't want it. Medic's Pipe Pistol, well, pipe revolver with bash damage and damage resistance while aiming. Again, I want to bash you with this, Murgs. I want to shove it right in your butthole and then pull the trigger. Berserker short laser pistol with action points with each kill, and damage resistance. Well, aiming wise at giving me berserkers now. Is it because she knows I hate berserkers? Yeah, not the best roll. Obviously, if this was silenced, berserkers would be a bit more of a balanced roll, and this would be kind of okay, but it's really not. The replenish action points with each kill is good on this weapon, but yeah. I am not having a good day, am I? This is the title they will give me after this video, Furious the Dragon. With limb damage and damage resistance while reloading. Absolute just garbage. Junkies Cryolator with limb damage and invisibility when you hit things. Now, Junkies is one of those effects that is actually decent, but I don't know anybody that really uses it. Limb damage is just, yeah, not in this weapon. And invisibility. If they can't figure out where the snow is coming from, then they have problems. No. Zealot's machine gun, well, light machine gun with weapon speed and movement speed while aiming. So close to being something good. I mean, this could be used quite effectively for taking down Scottish Beast Queen, but I don't like Zealots on anything. I consider it to be a bum roll, and it upsets me profusely. We are not getting anything, are we, today? Medic short assault rifle with limb damage and damage resistance while reloading. I am on a losing streak. I am literally on a losing streak. This is absolute garbage of the greatest tier. I am not happy with it, but what are you gonna do? 5 more to go. Stalker's pipe pistol with limb damage and reduced weight. Yeah, just no. I mean, it's a pipe pistol on top of that, but just no. No. 4 chances. Bloodied submachine gun with last shot and VATS critical charge. Now this is, again, a decent little roll. It's not the best one. Last shot on a thing with 50 capacity and its clip is not the best pick, but it's not the worst that we could have had in there. Like, limb damage would have probably been worse, because I don't rate limb damage on this type of weapon. It's bloodied, and you've got that VATS critical charge, so it's going to do some damage. Somebody might want it. It's not a god roll, but it's certainly a little tertiary roll. But with the existence of Elder's Mark, submachine guns typically aren't going to get as much attention. Juggernaut's Fat Man with critical damage and 1 perception. I mean, critical damage is good. Juggernaut's a decent effect, and 1 perception on there is going to guarantee that you're more likely to hit it. So this might do some damage. Not my type of weapon though, and not something I realistically like to use. I would have much preferred 2-shot in that top spot, or, you know, anti-armor, something else. But yeah, beggars can't be choosers. 2-shot ultra sight laser pistol with limb damage and damage resistance while reloading. Now this one is actually interesting. 2-shot works quite well with limb damage on the basis that you are firing multiple projectiles. So 2-shot is one of the best effects for damaging limbs. So this is a decent weapon if you put like the barrel that makes it like I forget what it's called. It makes a lot more shots. So this could be a good limmer. This could be good for limbing the queen and things like that. But it's not a god roll and it's not the best thing, but it's definitely got some use and utility. And our last pick for today, please God, Stalker's light machine gun with actually killing. At least it's got the weight reduction. Stalkers, why? Just why? Right, let's see what our top picks are. Now, for my first pick, I think I'm going to go for the Juggernaut's Fat Man. The main reason for that is I think this thing is going to do some decent damage. Critical hit on there is going to get some big bada boom. But at the same time, it is certainly not the roll that I would have wanted. There's definitely more rolls on there that could have been. It is what it is, though. You get loads of different things, and, you know, luck has no idea of what you want and what is good or what is bad. It just randomly picks stuff. Either way, it is a thing. Next up, we're going to go with the bloodied submachine gun with last shot and VATS critical charge. Now, while this is not the best roll that I could have had on here, we would have much preferred explosive or faster fire rate in that middle slot. It is actually a decent little roll, and if you're into using submachine guns and don't have a good Elder's Mark, it is a good little alternative. It is something that potentially that can be used, and will be used in a lot of instances. Not my type of weapon, because I have much better version of this and far more powerful version of this. So yeah, sad, but you know, it was close to being a very good, perfect god roll if we just had something better in that middle slot. And I think the thing that's going to take the crown today is going to have to be the Mutant Short Handmade. Now, this is not a gun that I would personally use, but this is definitely something that I can give away to someone, and it will give them some decent damage before they've got any build formed. The thing about mutants is, while it is not the best damaging effect, if you're using mutations, it's a guaranteed 25% extra damage, which most people will have mutations on. So you can use this in a bloodied build, you can use this in a full health build. It is going to have consistent damage, and it's going to work consistently. And that's the kind of advantage of mutants. It's one of those effects that early game to mid game, it is something that you would use, but later on, you're going to want to ensure that you get something like anti-armor, bloodied, you know, anything that works better for your build. So yeah, while it's not the best roll, it is certainly a good roll. So that is today's video. Now, obviously not the best of luck, but it is what it is with Murgs. Sometimes you get absolutely amazing god rolls and sometimes you don't. And I'll be honest, lately I've been getting a lot of amazing items off stream and during like regular gameplay. So it is one of those things where I'm still getting a lot of good items, but I just seem to be using up most of my luck during actual like just day-to-day gameplay. It's really frustrating, and it is what it is. But with that, I'm going to announce something that we're going to be doing going forward with Scrip My Pants. Now, as you saw, there's certain items in there that are usable and that I don't need. So what I'm going to start doing is placing these on an alt character. Now, this alt character is going to have a surplus of random items that I deem to be useful or just not useful enough for me, whether I've got better rolls or I have duplicates of them already. And what we're going to do is we're going to give them away on our Thursday streams. So what you need to do in order to do you know, take part in this, is head on over to my Discord. I will leave the link down below. If it expires, leave a comment saying you need the link, and I can always link it to you. But if you leave comments down below, you'll be able to get into the Discord. I'm going to create a channel on there where I will post screenshots of what is available, and I'll update these screenshots every week to show you guys what I have for grabs and what you guys can do to get it. And it'll be a case that if you come to my streams, we'll maybe do a little game of, you know, Simon Says, or maybe it's the first one to win a race from one point to the other. It really just depends. It just depends on who is asking for it, if there's more than one person wanting a specific item, all that kind of thing. So yeah, that is what it is. Either way, guys, I'll catch you next time in the wasteland. Feeling the heat.